not understand. Dinadala kami sa dismissal, remand, return, whatever is the term, Mr. President. Hindi ko alam bakit kailangan tayo bakit ba tayo namimilipit?
I don't think magulo dun sa pabor eh. Magulo dun sa hindi pabor. Because I restated it already, Mr. President. Whether we use the word remand, whether we use the word return, there is nothing in the Constitution, in our rules, given not only the point na sui generis ang classification ng ating court, yung time na final, yung ating gagawin, this will actually expedite everything.
Mr. President, that is why we are going to put this into a vote.
Suggest that we proceed to a vote, given that we have adequately deliberated on the matter. Senator De La Rosa is recognized. You may proceed.
Correct, Mr. President. That is what I am about to manifest before this August chamber. That so much explanations and discussions and debates have been made. Can we please divide the House in order to rule on my motion, Mr. President?
Senator, before acting on the motion of Senator Judge De La Rosa, Senator Judge Pimentel, you may proceed, sir.
Yes, Mr. President. So, meron na palang properly stated motion. Medyo mahaba-haba din yun. And,
Senator Cayetano, I believe, stated it earlier.
yes, that the word is return. So, sabi ko nga, kung ang synonym ng forthwith ay immediate, may synonym din po ang dismiss. Yan po ay remand at saka return. Lalo na kung makita natin that the return is not necessary to achieve the goals of the Senate President. Let's just do what the Supreme Court does when it has a case. Let's issue an advisory. Okay. Bigyan natin na summons para kay impeached officer. Mag-advisory tayo sa House Panel of Prosecutors. In addition to the answer filed by the impeached officer, anticipate na natin yon. Answer the following questions raised during the hearing of the Senate as impeachment court. Anong date ngayon? On June 10. And then we can even write down the questions that we want them to answer. It's addressable by an advisory. Hindi ko nakikita bakit dinadala kami sa dismissal, remand, return, whatever is the term, Mr. President. Hindi ko alam bakit kailangan tayo bakit ba tayo namimilipit na ipasok ang isang word that is a synonym or can mean dismissal. I do not understand when a mere advisory can help the court, Mr. President. That's all I want to say.
Senator Bato has a motion. Do you want to say?
That is
Senator
why,
Bato is recognized.
Mr. President, that is why we are going to put this into a vote to settle everything.
Before acting on the motion of Senator De La Rosa for the clarification of some of our colleagues, the motion of Senator Cayetano is to quote return
Mr. President,
to the House the issues raised by Senator De La Rosa for the purpose of issuing an order that will require compliance with a one-year ban and for the House to issue a resolution affirming their intent to prosecute the case during trial in the 20th Congress.
and for the record, Mr. President, I changed the word remand to return, a non-legal term, to make it plain. So it is in no means a dismissal, Mr. President. Kung dismissal din lang, bumalik tayo sa original na
Your Honor,
just to emphasize that it is and just to answer Senator Win na why remand, because the original motion was to dismiss, and I understand why they want it to dismiss. This is a compromise that I feel is both practical and idealistic, Mr. President. In my view, Mr. President.
Again, this will not constitute a dismissal, Senator Judge Pimentel, because as the presiding officer said earlier, we will be issuing summons.
Why
after this vote.
use dangerous words, Mr. President? At saka yung pag-restate mo, ang layo na sa return the issues ang sinabi mo. Wala ko narinig
please,
yun. That's why, Mr. President, ganito na lang gawin natin. Mahaba-haba rin yung supposed to be accurately, clearly stated motion. Can we write it down? Can we flash it? Para makita na natin yung fixed wording. Because I never heard return the issues. Ngayon ko lang narinig sa presiding officer. Kaya magulo, sobrang gulo, Mr. President.
Can we have the Honorable Cayetano restate the motion? Do you want it printed, Coco?
Mr. President, I don't think magulo dun sa pabor eh. Magulo dun sa hindi pabor. Because I restated it already, Mr. President. Whether we use the word remand, whether we use the word return, there is nothing in the Constitution, in our rules, given not only the point na sui generis ang classification ng ating court, yung time na final, yung ating gagawin, this will actually expedite everything. If you map it out, Mr. President, kung anong mangyayari, mas bibilis pa nga dito. Kaya sa akin, Mr. President, bago magbago ang isip ni Senator Bato, we've clarified as much as it can be clarified. So maybe we can just vote on it, Mr. President.
There is a motion made by Senator Bato, amended by
Mr.
Senator
President, before you
Cayetano.
continue, can I invoke Rule 14? So kung may motion, all motions, etc., or any senator shall require it, they shall be committed to writing. Mr. President, I am requiring that it be committed to writing and flashed on the screen para makita natin the details of the motion, Mr. President.
Mr. President, can they type it as I narrate it? Then we can edit it together. Then may I remind everyone that we're already in the period of voting, so it cannot be interrupted anymore. But no, it's in good. Nagtawag na siya. But we will follow. Tama yung motion mo, Mr. Minority Leader. So we will narrate it and so that it will be typewritten.
Can the Secretariat coordinate with Senator Cayetano now while I recognize Senator Judge Binay? What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Binay?
Just one clarificatory question, Mr.
Yes, Your
Presiding
Honor.
Justice. Ano ho ang mangyayari dun sa complaint kung hindi tanggapin ng House yung pagsoli natin?
Hindi po natin, ulitin ko po, hindi po sinosoli yung complaint in the stricted sense of the word dahil nga po, pagkatapos natin pagbotohan to, ano man na mangyari, mag-i-issue po tayo ng summons para pasagutin. Ang pagkakaunawa ko sa layuning ito na kinaklarify na ngayon ay para utusan ng Kamara na magsumite ng paliwanag at compliance sa mga katanungan na ipinukol kanina ng ilang senator judges. Hindi po ito dismissal. Let
Mr.
us
Presiding
disabuse the minds not only of the public but of the senator judges too, that this is tantamount to a dismissal in any shape, size, or form. It is not. And that is not the understanding of the presiding officer as well.
Pero, Mr. Presiding Justice, di ba ang Tagalog po ng return ay isole?
Hintayin po natin i-clarify. Pero pinapaliwanag ko nga po, ang pagkakaunawa ko at sinagot ng move-on ay hindi yan dismissal. Those who are against the motion, if at all, can think and say all they want that it is. But it is not, and this will soon be proven by the issuance of a summons right after the vote, regardless of the outcome.
So, Mr. Presiding Justice, hindi pwedeng baliwalain ng House of Representatives yung motion na gagawin natin, assuming na it will be...
Utos po ng husgado yon sa Kamara na tumatayong prosecutor sa ngayon sa 19th Congress at maski na sa 20th Congress. Ito'y magiging dagdag patunay para sa presiding officer na itong kasong to ay tatawid sa ika-20 Kongreso at hindi mamamatay sa ika-19 na Kongreso.
Another clarification. I'm sorry. But I think,
Ready na maka?
kasi yung unang Yung unang posisyon ng ating presiding officer is we cannot compel the 20th Congress to be bound by our decisions. On the other hand, my question is, kung kunwari bukas matuloy yung trial natin at pumunta dito yung mga House prosecutors, hindi ba natin pwedeng tanungin sa kanila sa puntong yon na iklaro na nila yung mga tanong natin at tama din yung sinabi ni Senator Win na mas transparent ang sagot nila kasi hindi pwede yung sila-sila na nag-uusap, isasubmit sa atin. We want to see how they're able to come up with that response and also how they're going to be defending it live with us.
That's for the 20th Congress to decide.
Why?
That was what was discussed earlier. Kaya nga po, di ba, ang paliwanag, napakahabang diskusyon at debate ito, hindi natin kayang pagpasan. Yan ang sinabi ng karamihan. Hindi tayo pwede mag-judicial notice ng mga bagay-bagay na ito. Kaya nga po, para hindi masayang oras, pinapasumitin natin sila habang wala naman tayong pwedeng gawin at magawa. Dahil nga, matatapos ang otoridad ng 19th Congress sa June 30. At hindi rin pa po trial ito dahil mag-i-issue pa lamang po tayo ng summons ngayong araw na ito kung saan meron ng takdang panahon para sumagot ang nasasakdal at kung sakasakali magbigay pa ng reply ang prosecution bago po tayo pumasok dun sa presentasyon ng ebidensya ng magkabilang panig na siyang pinatutungkulan talaga ng trial. I think we should not belabor the point anymore. Senator Bato de la Rosa earlier made the motion and Senator Pimentel required that it be put in writing. May we see it, sir, if it is ready? Lalabas, it should come out in the screen. Ready po ba ready?
Mr. President,
Session is suspended.